everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we're back for another brand new video. In today's video we're here to discuss the fan recap of Rangers 4, Ayr 0. It was a dominating performance in the Scottish Cup that gets us through to the semi-final. It was a very important game. I just want to quickly apologise for not uploading yesterday. I wasn't feeling too great, so I decided just to... Alright, I was playing FIFA, alright, for most of the night. I was up, it ruined my sleeping routine. I felt awful all day because I stayed up all night playing FIFA. There, I admitted it. You happy? But yeah, that was a virtual game. Let's talk about the real stuff. 3, 2, 1. Rangers 4, Ayr 0. And I can't tell you how happy it makes me to come here and have to make videos saying that we've scored more than 3 goals once again. We're absolutely just battering opponents. In the last 3 weeks, what is it we scored? 9. That's 13 goals in 3 games coming from the famous. Now, obviously, it was a League Cup game. We were against Ayr, who's obviously in the Championship, but they are rocking high in the Championship. This is not like a side that was bottom that were expected to run over. This genuinely could have been a tricky test for us, and after the first 5 or 10 minutes, when Ayr just had so much belief in the way they were attacking, forcing a phenomenal save from Fods hitting it with his top left-hand side, it looked like it was going to be that difficult test. But there was 2 men on the Rangers field, in my personal opinion, that sparked the Rangers into life about the 15 minutes and then onward for the rest of the game, which Rangers absolutely dominated. That was Ryan Kent and Glenn Middleton, and that is where I'm going to start today's sort of fan recap, speaking about these 2 players. But let's talk about Ryan Kent first before we talk about that other guy, Glenn Middleton. I feel like I've got a lot to say about the Middleton, but I think Ryan Kent deserves a bit of respect because I think in the last 2 games he's been absolutely unplayable. There's sometimes he's so infuriating, like in the Villarreal game where he tries these things and they don't come off and he's constantly losing the ball, but see when it goes right, and to be honest, the fact that the guy's got the confidence even after when it doesn't go right to continue to try it is a testament to his character. And I know it's only on loan and everything like that, but I would actually be pretty happy if he could somehow get a permanent deal for this guy, because I think he's special, and you can see that the way he glides by people, his confidence, the aura he has on the ball. Because I genuinely believe in the first 10 or 15 minutes we did not look great at all. I know the 4-0, if you missed the game, I was saying Rangers must have dominated. The first 10 minutes was Ayr. And Ayr had a very good save that I did mention from Fods. But Ryan Kent grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck, in my personal opinion anyway, and he just started making things happen. Every time he skips by someone, it gets the crowd going. Every time he beats someone with a run or his pace, it gets the crowd up, that gets the other players up, and it really rallies the troops. So I've been a wee bit hard on him in some fan recaps, so I think it was very fair in this game to shout out Ryan Kent, who has been absolutely brilliant for the last 2 games actually. Moving on to the other winger though, it is time for the talk of Glenn Middleton. It's just Middleton things. If you've been watching the channel for a wee while, if you're like new, you maybe missed out. We obviously talked about Middleton quite a lot when he was in the youth football, saying this guy needs to be called up, this guy needs to be coming up. He looks special. He's been called up and he's just went absolutely like that, far and beyond my already high expectations for him. He's just absolute brilliant. The guy ended up getting 2 goals a day. He was very unlucky. He was like that away from getting a hat-trick. The guy's 18. He's a winger. He's absolutely special. Get the Hall of Fame ready, because the guy's got the talent. And I genuinely believe that. And I think under Gerrard, he's got the right mentor there to just really challenge him. He's been kind of forced to wait for this start. I think if you look at the last 3 or 4, maybe even 5 or 6 appearances that he's had off the bench, people's been screaming, start him, start him. He deserves it. But Gerrard's been calm. He's waited and he's waited and he's waited. Then he's released him. And what did Glenn Middleton do? The guy came out, scored 2 goals and absolutely ran the show. He got Ibrox his man of the match and he was greatly deserving of that fact. And it's not that fact that he scored 2 goals. It wasn't the 2 rebounds. It was the composure that he actually had in front of goal. The way that he just opens his body up and things. Like any dinks that we want at the goalkeeper's side in the first one. It was absolutely a brilliant finish. And the second one where he gets it when there's a player sliding into him. He's got the awareness just to take the touch, flick it by another person. Got the strength to hold off another defender. And again, that composure, that clinicalness to just bury it. I genuinely couldn't speak any higher of the guy. What an absolute amazing performance. I'm sure if you're watching this video just now, you already know if you've seen the game. But if you didn't see it, it was genuinely the Middleton show. And he really showed that he's top quality. And as much as I just said he was made to wait for that start, now that you've seen him start, I know it was the Championship opposition, but listen, they're top of the Championship now. You've got to show respect to that. It was in a Scottish Cup quarter-final, so that brought its own pressure. Playing at Ibrox, bringing its own pressure, but the way that he performed, does he now cement himself in the first team? Because how do you drop someone like that? Like, honestly, what do you say? You scored 2 goals, you ran the show, you're one of our best players throughout the top, you got man of the match, we're going to bench you again? That is a very, very difficult decision. That is my first question to you if you're watching this video just now. I want to know in the comment section below, does Middleton deserve a start now? And would you start him in the next game? Because I understand he's been made to wait for that start now, but after his performance, I think it rewards another start to see if we can do it again. But let's stop it there, because there was plenty of others to talk about. Okay, our actual first goal came from a Ryan Kent corner, by the way, with Katic rising tall, who was another good performance from Big Ketch. Let's never ever say that again. Katic. I don't know what happened there. Let's not talk about it. The second goal obviously came from Glenn Middleton with a beautiful, beautiful assist from Captain Andy Halliday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Halliday captained the side, and he played as if he was Barry Ferguson, just pinging passes left and right and left and right. Finished the game with 2 assists, but we'll get there, don't worry. The third goal came from Alfredo Morelos in the first half, where, again, he showed his tremendous strength just to hold off a defender from another corner, where he just bodied and bodied and bodied, and he just finished it in the net. Who, by the way, I think we need to deserve and give credit to, because I think in the first 45 minutes, his link-up play, his hold-up play was very, very good. But there is a wee bit of negativity surrounding Alfredo Morelos, as there usually is, to be honest with you. He mouthed off to the referee after a shocking challenge from the air defender, where the referee didn't even give it as a foul. Alfredo Morelos is frustrated. The referee comes to talk to him. Alfredo Morelos goes like that. The referee books him, but that actual booking now means that he's going to miss the semi-final. But the bad news doesn't stop there, unfortunately. Kyle Lafferty is also cup-tied, so that means Alfredo Morelos and Kyle Lafferty will not be playing in the semi-final, which I think is a massive blow. And I want to know in the comment section below, what would you do to fix that situation on. Tom from Rangers TV was talking about Andy Dallas. He was talking about playing Ajayi up front. There's obviously Umar Sadiq, who everyone seems to forget about because every movement's an adventure, and he's fast. And to be honest with you, that's a massive disappointment throughout this game, because how happy I am with the 4-0, with the clean sheet, with the good performances from certain individuals. That's absolutely great, but the fact that Alfredo Morelos is now missing the semi-final is a massive blow, and I want to know how you'd fix that situation in the comment section below. But the goals didn't stop there. As previously mentioned, we had Andy Halliday linking up to Glenn Middleton again, takes a wee touch, buries it to make it 4. Round about this time, Alfredo Morelos did come off, and Grezda, who you saw wee bits and pieces of, who played actually pretty decently, if I'm being honest with you, but nothing too special, showing he's still a bit away from fitness. But there is a couple of people I want to sum up very quickly. I thought Andy Halliday had a very assured performance. He definitely deserved to be in the man of the match pool. Ajayi had another phenomenal game, very strong in the middle of the park. In fact, he actually kind of bullied the air midfield. My only criticism with Ajayi, and the reason it didn't make it on the man of the match poll, is I thought a couple of times he just held onto the ball just a little bit too long, where there was people free up on either side. But again, great performance from him. Another person that I need to shout out, because I feel like I have to in here, that is none other than Jordan Rosser. That's right, Jordan Rosser came on and played 35 minutes, and he showed his true quality. I'm not really happy with some of the challenges from the air players, because I don't know if you noticed this, but he was fouled 3 times, and they were pretty vicious challenges, but the referee didn't give absolutely anything. Like, there were so many off the ball challenges to so many Rangers players, but the referee didn't book any of them. In fact, the only people he booked was Alfredo Morelos for going like this. But that's Bobby Madden, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the kind of quality that you're getting. So he didn't really protect Rosser, but I thought Rosser got up each and every single time. I thought he looked very assured of himself. It looked like he wanted to be there. A couple of times he absolutely ran into challenges fairly and got the ball. Again, it was a great cameo performance, 35 minutes. It was amazing, the reception that he got from the fans. You saw how much it meant to him. And also be special to mention to Graham Dorrans, who started his first game for about 13-14 months for the Glasgow Rangers. But yeah, to sum up my version of the fan recap, because it is so late at night and I need to keep this kind of short and condensed. It was a dodgy start. The first 10 minutes wasn't necessarily great and to the standard of the Rangers that we've seen so far this season. But after that, Rangers slowly grew into the game thanks to 2 sparking performances from Ryan Kent and Glenn Middleton. Their wee bits of runs lifted the squad, and from there, Andy Halliday, Ajayi took over the middle of the park, and it was a dominant performance the rest of the game from the Glasgow Rangers. 4 goals scored, another clean sheet. Stevie G's army continues to rock and roll. Only disappointment is Alfredo Morelos will be suspended for the Aberdeen, who we have got in the semi-final, by the way, if you didn't know, Rangers versus Aberdeen. So it was a difficult tie, but we'll fancy our chances. And before we jump to the people's opinion on Twitter, it is time for your sponsor break, and I've not been feeling well. That's right, so pity me, I'm on the Lucasade. 3, 2, 1, sponsor break!
In my
Nobody mentioned it. I couldn't close that. Nobody mentioned it. And to the people's opinion then, if I'm honest with you, there's still 30 minutes to go. It's only been up 30 minutes, but it's already got 679 votes, so thank you so much for getting involved in the poll. Now, the three that I listed up, the three individual performances that really stood out to me from my point of view was Andy Halliday, Ryan Kent and Glenn Middleton. And as always, I leave the fourth choice open as other in case I've missed something and you want to give your own version of the man of the match poll. But only 3% of you decided to do that and vote for other. 12% voted for Ryan Kent. Only 15% voted for Andy Halliday, which is a bit of a surprise for Captain Andy H. But 70% of the people voted for Glenn Middleton. You're my boy, Blue! So let's keep this rapid fire and let's read out a couple while we still can. Andrew Wilson said, Middleton for me got 2 goals and an assist tonight, was really close to getting a hat-trick. Also, he didn't put a foot wrong. Halliday, Ajayi, McCrory and Kent all had great games. Halliday getting 2 assists. Thought Morelos was great as well. Glad he got his goal. Suzanne at the Footy Fan says, brilliant game, especially with so many changes. A very young side as well. Average age under 23 at kickoff. The future is bright. Let's Go says Middleton. He was outstanding, rare young talent. Definitely one for the future. The future is now. As Craig Mulholland, sort of the head of the youth, was talking at half time, saying Gerrard walked in the first day that he was appointed Rangers manager and said to all these youth players at the youth academy, says, doesn't matter your age, if you're good enough, you're old enough. And the last one I'll read out, just to keep it fair, again because it is so late, I apologise. It comes from Slapsy. Oh, I'm nervous, got to be honest with you. He says, great to see Rossiter back. Hope you can stay fit. In fact, that was nice, Slapsy. I apologise for judging you. That is going to be with the people's opinion. You've heard my opinion. Make sure you get involved in the comment section below. Massive, massive thank you for the 3 new patrons that has joined. We're now up to 20 patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. That link will be in the description if you want to. And also, let's continue just the positive momentum on our road to that 22k mark. We want to smash that as soon as possible. So if you haven't done so already, make sure to be subscribing. I've been CJNova92. Thank you so much for watching and bye.